So as you've just seen, it is Friday the 21st of February, and as you can tell by the title, I am off to Morocco today, and this video is basically travelling there. I have 4 hours before I go to the airport. It's currently 11 o'clock, my flight is at like 5:30 tonight. It arrives at about 10 o'clock local time in Marrakesh. But I've not done a packing video for quite some time, so I thought, why not show you what is in both of my bags. I obviously have the big bag that I put all my stuff in, and then there's stuff for my camera, equipment and laptop, but I'll get onto that later. Let's start off with this bag. On a side note, how nice is it when you are going away to somewhere quite warm and the weather is absolutely horrendous back home? Before we do actually dive into anything that's in any of these bags, I do want to put a disclaimer out there. There will be affiliate links to Amazon for both UK and US in the description below. If you click them, it doesn't cost you anything if you want to buy something, but I do get a bit of a commission on that. And there is a full blog post on my full packing list and anything that you may need to consider that I'm not personally taking, because obviously depending on the country you go, the time a year ago, things do change that you do end up packing, and I will show you my camera setup that I am taking with me to vlog the whole thing at the end of the video. Let's start with this bag. Right, so kicking things off with my big bag. This is, obviously I've reviewed this bag before, so if you have watched any of my previous videos you'll know I do use the Osprey 4.55 litre, and this is like a 42 litre backpack. I think I'm correct in saying maybe 43, and then it comes with the day bag, which obviously makes it up to a 55 litre. Side note, travel pillow, always take one. I'm not going to include that because I don't actually pack it. I pretty much wear that around my neck exclusively. And then for things that aren't actually in my bag, very quickly, I do take one pair of trainers with me, a hat. I actually have 2 hats, but one's in the bag, and then the clothes I'm currently wearing. So everything else that I put in this bag is currently in here, so let's dive into it. Obviously the best thing about this bag is it literally does open up like a suitcase, so then you can access everything at once, which is absolutely perfect. And this is literally everything I'm taking. I'm actually packing slightly differently to what I usually do. So if you have seen any of my previous packing videos, I do usually fill that compartment there, but I'm leaving that empty so I can put dirty laundry in there just to separate it. Probably should have done that on all my trips. But yeah, this looks like a lot of chaos right now, but basically you dive into it, it's not too bad. So I have this is basically the lens hood for this camera that I'm currently using. I just put that in there because at the end of the day I'm flying during the night. I don't need a lens hood for while I'm flying. Travel towel, the zip's actually broke on this, that's why it's kind of hanging out and looks a bit dodgy, as you can probably see. But these are essential, they dry literally in a matter of minutes. They do smell after a while, that's what laundry's for. Small hand towel, because you don't really want to be washing your face after washing yourself with that, so always take a separate towel. As I said, hat. This hat's seen better days, but who cares, I'm travelling, and I do have a new hat over there as I mentioned, but I do like to wear hats. There's my second one. Just some chargers and stuff like that that aren't really essential, I'll throw in here as well. And a power adapter. This one looks slightly odd, but it's basically 3 power adapters with 2 USB ports, and it just goes in. It's basically an extension lead, but not a lead, more of a wall socket thing. I don't really know. This is a buff. Basically, I think I've mentioned this before, this is going to come in quite handy in Morocco if I do head out to the desert and obviously polluted cities, but I don't think there's too many polluted cities in Morocco, not compared to where I have recently been, which I'll touch upon at the end of the video. So this is how I've packed slightly differently. I used to have one for t-shirts and then one for shorts. Changed that up. All my t-shirts and shorts are in that one, and then all my underwear and socks are in this one. That's why I've got freed up space over here. But basically, rather than opening them up, I do have 4 pairs of shorts, I believe, and 5 t-shirts in there. I then have a pair of joggers, which I'm wearing, a hoodie and another t-shirt, which will obviously be included, but I've got them on, so I don't need to show you them. And then in here I have enough underwear and socks that last me 10 days. That's generally how long I go for laundry, 7 to 10 days, anywhere between there, so that's how much I pack of that. And then in this bag I basically have some deodorant, razor, and just other toiletries. I've got another razor in there, some tissues, and basically medication, so stuff like plasters, paracetamol, anything like that that you may potentially need. I take a bin bag for dirty laundry to actually take it to the laundry place once I've actually got it out of there. They always come in very handy. I've got like a I wouldn't say waterproof jacket because it's really not, but it is basically a rain jacket. I've never actually had to use this, but it is always worth taking one. Then my sleeping bag liner, which has seen better days. Well, the outside of it has. The inside is still in very, very good condition. They're handy, and it's going to come in especially handy when I head to the desert in Morocco. Strangely, toilet roll, because yes, toilets in Morocco don't always have toilet roll apparently. And then diving a bit further back, I basically have a bag cover there, some hand wipes, a spare packing cube just in case, and then basically in there is my toiletries that aren't in this bag. So that's basically sun lotion, shampoo and shower gel, and I believe that's pretty much it. I've got some more cables down here that really just aren't necessary to be in my main bag. I have some more cables down here that I don't really use often enough to justify them being in my tech bag. And then finally in the big bag we do have a bike lock, which is very kindly given to me by my friend Liam. Basically, hostels in Morocco don't tend to have lockers, so I'm taking this just in case. You never know, it might come in handy. So that is my main bag, and a big mess now. Let's move on to my smaller bag. So in my day pack I have my carry-on items, liquids basically. I have my inhaler, toothbrush, toothpaste, that's pretty much it. Travel adapters in that pouch. In the front of here I just carry a load of random stuff. Eye mask for hostels, earplugs again for hostels. The most important thing in this small bag are these padlocks. I actually have 4 of them. You do need to take padlocks, especially if there's a chance that there could be pickpockets somewhere lying around. So yeah, I do take padlocks. I take 4 of them, some for this bag and some for that bag. Diving into the main section of the bag, it is very much empty at the moment. There is a good reason for that. Down there I basically have all my documents, passports, etc. And then in here I have a notepad, power bank. I'm not going to take all this out because it does take a while to get back in. Another notepad, external hard drive, and that is pretty much it. I've got a cloth to basically clean screens, phone, laptop, etc. And the reason why this is currently empty is because I'm currently using the camera and my laptop is over there, so I'll just show you very, very quickly. So that is my camera bag, which does, surprisingly, I know it looks quite big, it does actually fit in there even once everything else is in there. My laptop, headphones, spare headphones, chargers, dongle thing for laptop, mouse for laptop, and that is pretty much that. As I said, I would show you my camera setup. This is currently what we've got going. Rode Video Micro on top of the camera, which looks quite bizarre. A6400, 18-105 lens, and one of these very, very bizarre Joby Gorilla Pods, but you would have seen me using them before in the past. But they do look quite weird if you are airport security and you're like, what the hell is that coming through? But that is the camera setup. So rather than showing you me repack all of that, there's no real point because you saw it packed and then I unpacked it, so I'll just leave it at that. The next thing you will see is the trip to Marrakesh, which starts in about 3 hours 45 from now. I will see you very, very soon, Morocco.